Welcome to another edition of Marie's Marbles. I go back and forth on telling about Armenia and then talking about just kind of like life experiences that I just kind of want to share. And this most recent one is kind of about being in the moment. So it's very complicated here in Armenia, as you know, I've been here for a year and a half, and I finished my service in approximately 8 months. And so all summer I was like, okay, I got just one more year left here of service, so I need to figure out what's next. I need to apply for jobs. I need to see what's out there. I need to see if I'm gonna extend, all sorts of different thoughts going through my head for the 1 year that I have here. And so all summer, after walking in Armenia, I was just in my house looking at things, all these cool, wonderful job opportunities that I felt qualified for, I felt interested in, and I kind of lost my interest for doing what I was supposed to be doing. During the summer, I was just so consumed in what was next that, I was in my apartment with my dog, hanging out here, looking at what's next. And so I didn't put as much effort as I had the previous summer and the previous year into going in the community, doing fun stuff. Of course I did, but I was just a little distant because I was just too focused on what was next. But then luckily school started, so September 1st we had our first welcome ceremony, and then the September 2nd is when school started, which was really exciting, and I'm just so thankful it did. I'm so thankful it started, and since then I've just been like, thank goodness I'm back in the moment. And I also watched A Dog's Purpose, and one of the last lines in that the dog said, throughout the whole movie, he's trying to figure out, okay, why do I keep coming back to life? Why? Kind of like what I was feeling throughout the summer with what instead of why. But then at the end, he gave a nice message of, I shouldn't try to figure out why, but instead just be here for the moment. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's me. I'm a dog. I'm like the dog in this movie. But yeah, instead of the why am I here, I know why I'm here. I've always felt good in why I'm here, but I just got a little lost in figuring out what's next. And sometimes I still think about it, but I'm at the point where I don't go so far as to look at jobs, to look at cities to move to, or anything like that, since I still have time here, and I need to dedicate my life and my time and to this mission that we have for serving Armenia. And I'm so glad that I was able to snap out of it. I'm so glad school came to give me this new burst of energy to be able to focus and to be able to commit to what I decided to commit to more than a year and a half ago. So I'm so excited that I have this new burst of energy, and that I'm looking for, I'm in the middle of my second year. It will still end. Right now it's October. It'll end in May, the end of May, as school year ends, and then I'll figure out what's next. I'm not going to wait that long, so I will look more into, the future when time is appropriate, but right now it's not. And so I'm so glad that I have, got out of that phase, and now I'm back to committing. So I just wanted to share with you guys the story of mine for not thinking too far ahead to lose what's going on in the moment. And I know there's all these cute little, I don't know if you call them memes or GIFs or whatever, pretty little photos that say live in the moment, and there's so many great quotes and things that are out there that we see and we even think about, we post for just a moment, and then we don't really live our lives to that. Because I was not living in the moment for the summer for about 2 months. I was living very far into the future, too far, ridiculously not necessarily far, and so now I can say comfortably that I am living in the moment, and I'm taking day by day, month by month. I am planning some things like fun activities for the students, some travels and stuff, in the next month or two, but still not too far ahead and not thinking so far into what's after, but instead thinking, okay, what can I do while I'm still here? What fun things can I do for the students, with the students, and to get me excited still while being here, and looking forward forward to things here. So I am here living in the moment now, and it feels really great. And my first year was such amazing success, and the second year is just as exciting. It's a lot different, of course, but yeah, it's been great, and I'm looking forward to it to continue to be great. And yeah, hopefully this message maybe gets out to some people who are thinking too far about what's next, or not really into the moment, and they don't really know how to get back into the moment. And I would say, just literally, as you're walking, put your phone down and looking up. I threw my phone down, or I left it somewhere, and I just was like looking at things. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I've ever seen this in the city before, you know? And like talking to students you've never spoken with before. Just doing things that are new to you, that are still present, that are still available to you, and giving and can provide newness while you're still in a scenario, because there's just so many routines that we can get on and get into that make us kind of bored. And if you're bored, what are you going to do? You're going to look into the future. And so if you are able to get yourself out of boredom, creating this newness for yourself in the scenario that you're in, you can be in the moment. You can live in the moment. You can be there, and you can still be excited about it, because I'm in year 2 and I'm still very happy, and I'm still excited for everything. So yeah, let me know if this was helpful for anybody. Remember to live in the moment, as like totally, like, I don't know, what do you call cliche thing to say, but it's so true, and it was so important for me to be able to do that. So yeah, anyway, Marie's Marbles.